Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you a game where I have the white pieces. Which I played in a tournament, the second All India Open Classical. As you can see here, I defeated a 2026 rated player, and I have the white pieces. So the game goes like this: E4, we have E5, knight to f3, knight f6, bishop c4, and e7. He decided to go for the Hungarian defense of the Italian game. c3, knight f6, d3, castles, d5 takes, knight takes, and bishop to b5. Now I'm threatening to capture the knight and win the e5 pawn. He plays queen d6. I played rook e1, attacking once more. He defends with f6. I have knight to a3, preparing knight c4, but it was an inaccuracy, so I don't know. So queen goes back to d8. I captured, he captures. h3, a5, and a4. You have queen to e8, bishop to e3. He goes g5. He wants to attack on my king side. Knight to h2. We have queen to g6. Queen b1 was a mistake here because I allowed bishop f5. Rook to d1. Rook to b8. Queen c2, and now he wins my d3 pawn by playing knight to f4. I captured, he captures. I played king h1 because now if I decide to defend and unpin with something weird like queen d1, then bishop captures on h3 is there. I cannot capture because of the pin, and to defend mate I will have to play f3, which only worsens the position. Going back, so I played king h1. He played rook d8. Now that pawn is lost. Queen to c1, bishop d3, knight a2, bishop to c5, rook to d2, and e4. And now he's threatening to trap my rook and threaten all sorts of nasty tactics. I played queen d1 and e3. Now my rook is trapped, so I had to give up the exchange. Rook captures d3, rook captures, and queen to f3. He plays f5, knight to c4, and rook a8 was a bad move. I played rook to f1. He played rook to d5. I captured on a5. He pushes e2, rook to e1, and here rook to d1 is the best move, rook into d1. And here there was a real nasty tactic, queen to g3. And now how are you going to stop this pawn from promoting? My queen there is hanging. I can't go rook e1 hoping for captures and captures because of the queen guarding on e1. And if I take, now he takes with check. Now I can't do anything. I'll have to play something like knight to f2, knight f1. He takes, king h2, and now this is mate. Or it's just gonna end in checkmate. He captures. If I play queen e1 only move, queen into e1, knight there, captures that only move is to play that, and then rook to e2 is mate. So he had a really good tactic there, but he missed it. He captured on d1. I took back. Now he plays queen g3, now threatening to play rook to e1, winning my queen, also checkmating me. So knight f3 is the only move. Rook g8, now threatening mate here. I played queen to e2, queen d6, another mistake. I don't get why queen e5 was a blunder, because if I get to exchange queens, then it would just be good for me. The computer is showing b4. I don't know why. Sorry, that's a misclick. b4, bishop to a7, c4. After c4, I don't know what's gonna happen here. He's gonna play b5, queen into b4 or whatever. Then I play, I don't know what it's showing. So I played queen to e5 check. He captures, I take. Rook to e8, another blunder. Knight a into c6, defending my brother knight and also capturing a pawn. Now as you can see, I have 301 advantage on the queen side. If I get to push these, then good game for me. and he has no connected pawns here. So let's see what happens. b4, bishop goes back to d6, knight back to f3, rook e3, c4, bishop to g3. Now he's threatening to go there and mate me, so I played king g1. Now he plays rook to a3, now threatening mate over here and also eliminating one of my pawns. King f1 is the only move, rook into a4, knight f to d4, king to f6, king e2, h5, c5, h4, king to f3, rook to a3 check, king to e2, rook a2 check, king f3, rook f2 check, and king e3 is the only move, and he captures that pawn. And here I played b5, rook to b2 is the only move he can play to stop that pawn, king to d3, he goes there, I play that, takes. Over here I found a forced draw, and it goes as follows. After takes, rook to b2, I'm gonna play king c4, he takes. Now I'm gonna play knight to b4, king e5 has to be played, and then knight f3 check, king to e3, king e4, knight g5 check, king e5, knight f3 check, and now he had to repeat like this. He doesn't have to go there because I have that, and then I'm threatening all. There's a draw here mostly. King f6 is a blunder because knight d5 check wins on the spot. He could have drawn the game this way. He could have gone there, could have gone here maybe, and then again allowed a draw like this, but he went to f6. Then knight d5 check, king e6, and I pick up the rook. Now as you can see, I'm a whole piece up, but he has a pawn for a piece, and I don't think he can do anything with that, because then I can just defend my the brother knight, get back my king like this, maintain a position. f4, only move, knight to d5, king f5, king to d3, bishop to f2, knight c3, bishop g3 a blunder, knight to e4, king e6, and now after I take here, check, he goes there, and I repeat a few moves. I thought if he was making any blunder, but he didn't. Then he plays king f5, I find a forced win here for white, h into g3, now creating two passed pawns, and now knight g1. I'm easily going to win this game now, because if he goes there I can push, and then if he goes there and plans to push like this, I can push. He can't push because I can just take. So he went to king e4, h4, king f5 is the only move, king to f3, maintaining a position, guarding these two squares so that the king can't catch my pawn. King to f5, knight to h3, now I am gonna get that pawn, I capture, he only move go there, I capture. King f5, king f3, maintaining opposition, king to f6, king to g4, king to g7, queen to g5, king h7, knight to e6, king g8, h5, king h7, h6, king to g8, king to g6, king h8. Now it's a forced checkmate, and I'm gonna win this match very easily, because now I can easily promote this pawn there. So I go to knight g5, he goes there, and knight f7, and now I'm guarding that square so he can't go anywhere here, he will have to go there, and now h7 is a forced queen. So he went to f7, I play h7, and he resigns. So thank you everyone, that's the game, and I hope you enjoyed. I have a chess puzzle for you all, find the best move for black here, and thank you all for watching.